Hello again. Well. Look at this. Interesting story. I'm going to attach a link to a video. The title, Drug Laundering FBI Director Faces Judgment. Well, I think the first part of that appears to be true. The second part doesn't. Guess where the FBI Director, the Honorable FBI Director James Comey, worked before Obama appointed him to the position that he's in. You know, I talked about HSBC in a number of videos. That was a large bank. It still is a large bank. And the Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, was instrumental in prosecuting that bank. What the bank was doing is they were laundering drug money. And after an extensive investigation, HSBC was charged $1.9 billion in fines. At the same time, not a single executive from HSBC was held accountable. Now, if we were to get a copy of the resume for this honorable FBI director, guess where he worked when Obama tapped him for the position that he's in? So here we have the head of the FBI that has 36,000 employees that worked for HSBC when they were laundering drug money. And he was tapped by the chosen one. Doesn't that sort of indicate to you that he's not such an honorable man? Huh? You know what else is interesting is when you listen to the testimony, and there's some of that in this video, you'll hear the questions that are asked of him by the chairman, and you'll hear questions asked of him meaning this honorable FBI director. And one of the ones that I found really interesting is when he was asked if Hillary perjured herself during the meeting that she was a participant in for 3.5 hours. He says, no. Well, how would he know she didn't perjure herself? He wasn't there. It wasn't recorded, and there's no transcript. Now, how insane do you think it is that that meeting took place for 3.5 hours? None of it was recorded. None of it was videoed. They have no idea as to what was discussed. So how could he so emphatically state that she didn't lie? Who in their right mind would conduct such a critical interview and not have it recorded, have it videoed, and he himself should have been there? How much more proof do you need? Huh? I mean, you got to be out of your mind or totally brain dead not to see that this was a complete sham. This guy's a crook. The head of the FBI worked for an organization that paid $1.9 billion because they were laundering drug money. And he wasn't there in the capacity of a guard. He was an attorney. You don't think he sort of knew what was going on? He seems not to know much of anything that's going on. We've got a corrupt Department of Justice. We've got a corrupt FBI led by a corrupt individual. You got to be brain dead to think anything other than that. That's sort of what I think. Watch the video. Listen to the questions he's asked. Listen to his response. And listen to what they say about his association with HSBC. You don't think this country's toast, run by scum like this? You don't think we're toast, having what we have in the Oval Office that puts this garbage together? Well, you're not thinking.